Are you a person that is always hungry by 3 p.m.? You cave every single night before you go to bed. You seem to mindlessly be eating and snacking throughout the day. Listen, guys, it's not your willpower. Okay, it's your food volume. You're just freaking hungry. Okay, listen, in this video, I want to share with you a few different ways on how you can make more progress. You can eat some of the foods that you love and lose the weight that you want, okay? Listen, my name is Kyle Settles. Welcome to the video. At one point in my life, I was 100 pounds overweight, so I know what it feels like. I know what you may be going through. And listen, hopefully this video will help you move in the direction that you want to go, okay? So let's keep things simple. Step number one, you gotta increase your water. Most people are dehydrated. Most people don't drink enough water. Carry a bottle, grab a gallon, try to drink a gallon a day, at least half a gallon. Add some flavoring, 0 calorie, lemon, lime. Add some sparkling water. I love sparkling water, 0 calorie, fills up your stomach. But most people are overeating because their hunger signal is going off because they're dehydrated, okay? Now, number two, you gotta increase your protein. Most people aren't eating enough protein. Most people are eating half the amount of protein that they need, right? And if you watch any of my other videos, you can grab my free macro course down below. I explain how much protein you should need, how many calories, all that good stuff. But you gotta increase your protein. And when you increase your protein, you gotta keep your protein leaner, right? Lean meat sources, lean steaks, lean ground turkey, lean ground beef. Most people aren't paying attention to this, and they are eating way more calories than they actually need to, right? If there's a bunch of fat in your meats, right? 99.1 versus 85.15 for ground turkey or ground beef. Guys, that's a massive difference, 200-300 calories each time you eat it. Just that one switch could change everything. You know, you're talking 1,500 to 2,000 calories a week just from changing up the meat sources, sticking to leaner steaks, leaner ground turkey, leaner ground beef, fish, right? Chicken. Okay, so meats. We got water, we got meats. Next is more whole foods, right? You got processed foods and you got whole foods. Now listen, guys, you can have whatever food you want as long as you're staying within your budget, your calorie budget. I don't care if you eat candy, ice cream, I don't care what you eat. Okay, but you're not going to be satisfied, you're not going to be satiated, you're not going to be full, and it's going to be more difficult if you're eating more processed junk food. So try to eat more whole foods, right? And if you don't know what whole foods are, again, I've got a video on this, my grocery list, okay? Or simply look it up. But whole foods are going to have more fiber, right? Which is going to help keep you full, right? More vegetables, right? And if you struggle with those type of foods right now because you're not used to them, you haven't become the person you need to yet, but you will through practice and reps. Guys, add some hot sauce, add some seasoning, right? Some low calorie, 0 calorie seasoning to make your food taste the way that you want it to taste, okay? You got to keep things simple, but you got to make your food as enjoyable as you can in the beginning. And again, I can't stress enough, guys, you know, you don't have to be this person that just eats vegetables and chicken and broccoli, and that's not the case, okay? So we've got water so far. You got to increase your protein. Right? You want to keep your lean muscle mass. Remember, when you eat more protein, you burn more calories, the thermogenic effect, right? I go over this in my other videos. More whole foods, more vegetables. And then the last one I'm going to give you is actually two more. The second to last one is just pay attention to your label. You want to stick to more high volume, low calorie foods. And most people are eating nuts, oils, you know, very low volume but high calorie foods. You know, instead of rice, I'm going up a big hill right now. Instead of rice, cauliflower rice. Instead of noodles, what are they called? The squash noodles. There's a substitute for everything, right? If you guys want me to make an alternative or a substitute, more volume food list, comment below. But substituting higher volume for less calories is the way to go. You know, ice cream, sweets. Guys, one of my favorite things to do for dessert is I'll eat like 10 Jellos, like a child. Put some of the 0 calorie or 5 calorie whipped cream on top. You know, Jello's 5 calories, so you're talking 50 calories plus some whipped cream. We'll call it another 20, so 70, 80 calories. 10 Jellos with some whipped cream on top. I'm telling you, you don't have to eat 10, but if you did eat 10, you're full, you're satisfied, and you can get the sugar free. So listen, don't overcomplicate the sugar and all that crap you hear on the internet. If you're staying within your calories, guys, through practice and through repetition over time, you're gonna start making better choices. But in the beginning, you're just trying to learn different ways to keep your stomach full, expanded, so that you don't overeat, so that you stay in a caloric deficit and you lose the weight that you want. So I'm gonna wrap up the video there. That should help you guys. If you have any questions, comments, comment below. Let me know what else you guys want to hear, what you guys want to see, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.